Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of False Prophets. I'm Phil Risden.
And I'm Emmanuel Perez.
I don't know why he needed to sound like an evil villain in a children's movie to do that. You know what I mean? I feel like you're the villain in Coco 2. You know, like Jesus Christ, what demon are you playing in the underworld? You know?
Why did it have to be a Latino thing?
You're the one who threw the fucking hard accent on it. I thought, you know,
you could have said something
you
else.
on there. You did it like you did the shit like Spanish-esque too.
Yeah, I did.
Manuel.
Emmanuel. Oh man, what's
How you
up?
living, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm having fun. What did I do today? Jack shit. I did have a busy night last night.
Mhm.
Picked up some fucking weird group of people trying to like offer me cocaine and shit in the car.
Okay, so you mean a very, very fun group of people?
Yeah. But they were like
Yes.
dressed funny. You know, like those people that like got like fucking piercings everywhere and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you know, funny thing is like the guy, he was like, "Oh, can we blow it down here?" And I'm just like, "What?" And I'm thinking like a cigarette. Yeah, and I'm like, "All right, cool. You know, you could blow it down, whatever."
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, "All right, cool." Next thing you know, I look out the window, and then I just hear. And I'm like, wait a second. I turn around and he's like, yeah. I'm like, no. But it was my last passenger, so then after
There you
that-
go. Fuck it.
Yeah, but it was fun, man. I had a good one today. Kept
people
it
doing
smooth.
fentanyl in the car.
Oh, shit. I don't want to be part of none of that shit. But yeah, other than that, everything was cool, bro. How was you?
Nice.
How's your day?
Everything's been great, man. You like life's been pretty solid, man. You know, just working, living, doing some sets. I still got my show every Sunday at Solas Bar.
Check it
Please
out.
come by in the East
Check
Village.
it
It's a
out.
great time every Sunday at 8 p.m. at Solas. So been doing that, and that's basically how things been going. I've been watching a lot of the news too. There are certain things that are happening
Bro.
right now. I don't know if you saw, but the police in where was it? I believe was it like Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah.
One of those middle states, one of the flyover states or whatever. There were 31 card-carrying white supremacists that got caught in some sort of sting operation. They were going to go
Yeah.
to a local pride event and supposedly murder a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. And
Yeah.
I just find it more funny because like it was a U-Haul truck and 31 motherfuckers fit in there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like Mexicans who cross the border just like laughing at them like, hey, you got caught. Like, you know that type
you know
of
what's
shit.
so fucked up is I thought the same thing.
Right?
I was like, I bet you wish you had Mexican friends now.
Exactly.
You know, they would have taught you how to hide in that motherfucker.
No. Go to the left.
Yeah.
Go to the right. Go duck down. Like that type
Yeah,
of shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they have all the schemes and shit. Like, yo, I was thinking about that, bro. I'm like, this is like, it was like Mexicans all over are just laughing at Americans.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn, man. Y'all make all these movies about crossing the border. Y'all called my mama the other day, but she still came back and she still made it the next day. You know, that type of shit.
Exactly.
And they're just shitting on
It's
y'all,
like you
bro.
can't even sneak around this country and you're from here.
Exactly.
They look at you dumb as hell. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yo, but 31 dudes.
31 dudes, bro. It's crazy. And you know what? I would say, you know, obviously it's fucked up they're going to do that. But, you know, I'm very happy they got caught, man, because this is, you know, retribution.
Yeah,
This is retribution
Yeah.
for YSL and Young Thug.
there you go.
That's what I say. You know, we're balancing the scales.
Gotta
You know,
balance
you
it
got
out.
30 of ours, we got 30 of yours.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
motherfucker.
What I'm wondering is where's their RICO charge coming? When's that coming?
Oh, please.
You know, I really hope that one of those white supremacists wrote about doing that act in a country song, and they'll be able to
And use their
get 'em
lyrics
down for that shit. Gonna kill them gay boys dead.
in the fucking U-Haul.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
You
bada,
all
boom, bada,
pick
bada,
up.
bada, boom, bada, boom.
Your Honor,
You're on
they're
it.
talking about it right in the song,
Oh,
right in the song.
oh, man,
know.
it's funny. I looked at these dudes like they showed like their headshot, not their headshots, but they showed a picture of all of them. Man, these
I know.
motherfuckers look like their parents.
Bro,
Or brother and
serious
sister.
inbreeding, bro.
Yo, I
Serious.
seen one dude with the
eyes
fattest head.
mad close
Yeah, like
together,
man,
bro.
close beady
Like,
eyes and shit.
Crazy.
Oh my
looking.
gosh, man, you could tell these motherfuckers was just nasty. Like, ugh, like they
Crazy
all look
looking,
fucking
bro.
ugly, man.
And you know what's so funny too is it's like I was honestly just surprised they got caught, considering that you know a good portion of white supremacists are in law enforcement.
Yes.
So it's like, were you like what actually happened? Like, did this thing get thwarted, or did most of the people in the organization that you work for decide that your plan was stupid as fuck?
and it wasn't
like,
gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah, like what if it was just like 30 dumb guys?
Yeah.
that left, and the leader was like, "Do not go,"
And they still went.
and
Yeah.
they still went. And then he called his like brother,
Yeah.
and they all just arrested him. You know what I mean? And now they're scapegoats.
Jebediah went out with the group.
Yeah,
You better go get him. And then like the whole sheriff team and shit is over there. But it's so fucking funny. I'm pretty sure some of the whatever, the law enforcement probably, like some of them, like
That's
you said,
what I'm
they're in the
saying.
group, and they was just like, yo, just give me an hour or two.
Dude, they
24
probably
hours,
arrested
you're gonna
him
be
like.
out.
It must be tricky arresting somebody with the same beliefs as you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, have you ever like, had weed on you or something, and like there's been a cop, you can kind of tell either smokes weed or used to smoke weed.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, just get out of here.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like white supremacy is for these guys.
Oh, yo, funny
You know,
thing.
it's their version of a dime bag. Going to kill a bunch of gay people. It's
Yo,
the same.
Back in the day when like going to like Washington Heights just to get nutcrackers and shit was like a thing. Now nutcrackers is everywhere. But we specifically used to leave Brooklyn late night,
Really?
go to a specific spot. I ain't gonna say where. And we used to just cop nutcrackers, like $10 for like, the Chinese iced tea containers. Yeah, like that, man.
Giant.
You used to get fucked up.
Yeah.
So then one day, like, we get pulled over, and the cops, this is while we were going. One cop, like, he was a Dominican dude. There was a skinhead white cop there, and then another good white cop, as they say, with the hair and everything. And he said, hey, the white savior, whatever.
Guy who listens to James Brown on his
exactly.
free time,
So,
I'm down.
My favorite rapper is Chingy. Like, what the fuck? Like, nah, but the dude basically, like, the skinhead one, he was just like, oh, you guys go to the back of the car and shit. And then, like, he goes inside, and then he's just trying to look for something. And we're like, yo, we don't have drugs. And he's like, shut up. But then the other two dudes is like, oh, where y'all going and everything. I was like, yeah, we're going to Washington Heights, to get some chimneys, like a Dominican burger.
Yeah.
And the Dominican guy was like, no, you're not. I was like, yeah, we are. He was like, I know exactly where you're going. He was like, just make sure you don't drink while driving. Just come back and drink. And I was just like, yeah, my nigga. Like, and then the funny thing, the skinhead cop, right? He goes to the trunk of the car, right? And we was in my boy's car, and he's a fisherman. He fishes and shit.
Yeah.
And he finds a knife. He's like, I found a knife. And then it was like, yo, it's fucking shorter than your palm. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
It's also not illegal to have a knife. That's another thing, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get caught with one during an altercation, but like, I believe, it is something like the blade, it can't
pass
be
like the
larger
palm
than
of
your
your
palm,
hand.
or something like that. So it's like, I have one.
Yeah.
I can buy this at a corner store if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Some of these cops are just so thirsty for anything.
Bro.
For anything. So I'm happy they decided to arrest some of their own.
Yeah, man. Fucking finally. Shit.
Decide not to be a hater
Mo?
for a fucking second.
This is the mascot.
Yeah.
Mo.
This is my cat that also believes in white supremacy. We have a complicated relationship. He's tough. Even though he is black himself, he hates himself. I get it. He's a rescue. I adopted him. He doesn't have like real worth, and you know what I mean? He just doesn't understand.
He's like Bernie Mac in what movie was that? Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah.
It was like, I hate your gums because they're black.
Yeah.
I hate whoopee color.
Yeah.
I hate black color. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Anything.
Fucking perfect movies. You guys should watch. You hasn't seen it yet, but yeah, man.
But yeah, dude, shit is wild, man. I still can't believe that. That's crazy. Like, I feel like we're, you can tell you're living in a shitty world because it's like, I'm still surprised about how many white supremacists got arrested.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I feel like this has to be one of the biggest, like, arrests of, like, a white supremacist group, like, ever.
But how about...
And I'm not, taking away from, like, Hell's Angels or, like, biker gangs and stuff like that are affiliated with the KKK or something.
Right.
But I'm saying just, like, militia groups. Like,
I mean,
this has to be one of the biggest.
I mean, I think the insurrection from January 6th was, like, one of the biggest ones. Because,
that's
that
true,
obviously...
That's a nationwide meeting of people. This is, like, a group of people in a community... probably of like one or two towns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like they get like random gang members, and they'll be like 20, 30 deep, do a mass seizure of those guys all the fucking time.
Right.
But to see them actually come against white supremacists, is very surprising. Because like I said, there's a lot of them that believe in that shit. Like there's a lot of cops that actually do, even in the FBI and shit. That's why I find it so funny that it's like, the FBI, they'll be like, oh, like, they investigated the Black Panthers and the Ku Klux Klan. It's like, yeah, but some of them were probably in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
It's a difference. It's like whatever FBI agent, whatever black FBI agent was there at the time in like the 70s or some shit. He was the one black dude and he was the house nigger. I'll tell you that right fucking now. I'm not saying he might not have been trying to get some real justice and advance black people, but he was the type of one where it's just like, he really was the epitome of like one of the good ones. There's no way he's in any fucking Bloods. There's no way he's in the Black Panthers or any liberation group of that time. With like those guys, with FBI people, with anybody in intelligence and, you know, the White House and shit, bro, tons of them can be in it. You just never know.
No, that's true. That's true. And it's crazy also, like, you know, I think they said that the department for that area, they're being threatened. Like, you know, like they're going to kill their family and shit. The police officers themselves.
Exactly.
You know, like.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense because it's like, dude, at the end of the day, those types of people own that town. Like, the fact that they arrest those people is actually probably like a big hit against those police officers. Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, they're not playing ball anymore. Like, in fact, I bet you when they made that arrest, bro, like, they're probably hoping that it didn't go to the press.
Right.
You know? And, like, it was like one, like, white do-gooder, you know what I mean? That was like, fuck you guys, I'm arresting you.
Yeah.
And then his, like, chief or whatever, or sheriff was like, what the fuck is wrong with
what
you?
the fuck is wrong
Why
with
would you do this?
Probably gonna get written up and shit today. Yeah.
Probably, like, knows those guys from, like, the, you know, from the pro shop.
Yeah.
You know, where they get fishing shit.
Yeah.
All sorts of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I wouldn't be surprised on some, like, Ozark shit.
Yeah. Thank you.
On some Ozark shit.
By the way, that
like,
fucking show is amazing. I'm on season 3 right now.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. I fucking love that show.
Ozark, or as I like to call it, White Power.
White Power.
It's a version of 50 Cent show.
I can see that.
Version of Power.
I can see that. Like, who's Tommy? Who's Tommy in that shit? I'm thinking about probably the son.
Ruth is
Ruth?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Ruth has to be Tommy. Yeah. It's Ruth.
Ruth is definitely the Tommy of that crew.
I love Ruth, man.
It's good. But there's some times where it can go up and down.
Okay.
Like, it goes up and down in quality, but it's still something you love watching.
Yeah.
You're like, someone's gonna die, so this is great, but also like, what dialogue is this?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not gonna say where I'm up to. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to ruin it. I'm not as an old show, but it's like the hillbilly dude that owns the farm with the opioids and shit. I fucking hate his wife. And I'm like, somebody has to clap this bitch already.
God damn it, Darlene.
Yeah, Darlene. Like, somebody clap this bitch already. Because she's just like, oh, he got shot. Oh, I can handle everything. No, bitch, you about to fuck some shit up right now. You about to fuck some shit up, man. It's like, I'm so engaged into this show, man. I literally wake up. I don't even pray to God anymore. Let me stop. You know? I'm like, hold on, Jesus. Let me finish these last 15 minutes. But nah, like, I literally wake up, go to the shower, throw it on. I'm brushing my teeth and shit and showering at the same time. And then I get out and I throw it on the TV and I'm just watching it, forgetting the fact that I got to go to work just because I'm so invested into the show. I love shows like that.
Well, I'll say it too. I mean, I'll be honest. It's interesting and very, very intriguing to see white people doing like violent, illegal crimes. Because I think there's the whole thing. It's like, if you watch like a lot of those shows like The Wire, you watch Power, you watch, Godfather of Harlem, those are all great shows. Yeah. They're cool shows. But those are all people who are kind of backed into a corner or grew up backed into a corner.
Right.
And so they had to make those choices. And realistically, it was barely even a choice.
Right.
Right. But it's like with these guys, they're kind of just getting in weird predicaments and then they just make one strange choice.
Yeah.
And then that sets off a whole like trail of mistakes.
And then you got Marty fixing everything
all the time.
Man,
it's like Breaking Bad.
Yeah. It's like one of those shows like Prison Break.
Yeah.
Like Michael Scofield always knew, like he knew the yin and the yang. Like, all right, if this dude fucks up, we have to do it this way. If this dude fucks up, we have to do, and it's just like that's brilliance, man. Just to like think about shows like that.
Dude, honestly, man. Like I'll be honest. I love seeing white people do crime. And that's why I love watching the career of Ezra Miller.
Yes.
It's fucking perfect.
Fucking perfect
it's transition.
So fucking, I love it.
I love great. This fucking guy, I don't know if you guys know Ezra Miller. He was in a bunch of different shit. Fantastic Beasts. Any film.
Most famous for being the Flash in the DC movies.
I guess. I mean, that movie never even fucking came out. So it's like.
But he was in the Justice League. Excuse me.
Yeah, in the Justice League and shit like that. But he's been in a lot of different things and stuff, and he's like this like kind of like queer guy. He's kind of like mainstream television and mainstream like films like Wet Dream.
Yeah.
He's like a queer guy who's like, skinny, heroin chic, you know what I mean? But then, but he also still fucks women too.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, he can go anyway. He's sexy to everybody.
Depending on his mood is who he's gonna fuck that night.
Exactly. Yeah. Anybody's in danger.
Whatever his mood ring tells him today.
You know, this guy's wearing like lipstick and a choker, but he'll still bang your girlfriend. It's like, what's
while wearing her dress and her bra and shit. Like,
it's like, what is going on? You know, so
imagine he's like, call me a dirty bitch.
Oh
like,
my god!
What? Throw it back harder and call me silly. Like,
yeah, still do. And like the thing is, though, she probably would love it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's still great to trade roles. You know,
he gets pegged.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's getting.
That's the thing. It's like your girlfriend bangs him. Your girlfriend fucks him.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
He's going through a lot of shit. You know, he went from being this industry darling to now, number one, he got into a fist fight with a woman in Reykjavik, Iceland. Then there is also footage of him slap boxing with a woman in Dublin, Ireland.
I thought only black and Spanish people put a slap box.
I don't know.
He got these hands.
I don't think he was intentionally slapboxing. I think he's just kind of gay. So that's what he calls fighting.
Oh my god!
He's just throwing
slapboxing.
But he's definitely doing some 6th grade slapboxing.
Oh my gosh! I imagine him being the dude with like the glove, and he's just like taking off everything and just whoosh. Right?
I challenge you to a dude.
Challenge you, bitch.
No, he slapboxed with a woman in Dublin. And then he recently threw, I think, a chair at a woman in Hawaii, hit her in the head. She had a gash on her head and had to be sent to the emergency room. And now he has kidnapped an 18-year-old girl. You know, and I say kidnapping loosely because when you got somebody that hot, is it really kidnapping? When you're really that famous, is it really kidnapping? I mean, come on. This is an extended vacation. I call this Make-A-Wish. You know? I mean, there are kids dying of leukemia who would love to go on a cross-country RV ride with Ezra Miller. I mean, the guy's the Flash, you know? So, I mean, does anybody know if this woman has cancer or not?
Oh, my God.
Because that might change the whole case. You know? I mean, like, will he get sent to jail if he's pretending to be the Flash the whole time?
I find it, talking about the Flash, I find it so funny because he just recently deleted his
Grant Gustin
Twitter.
would never.
Yeah.
Grant Gustin would never.
That's the WB11 Flash. For those who don't know. Oh, man. I'm going to like veer off a little bit. Grant is really good. Like, I like him as the Flash.
He's a great actor, too.
Yeah. I wish he was more buff.
No,
you know?
I don't wish he was more buff.
He's too skinny.
I think that's what the Flash should look like. He looks like a professional runner.
Yes.
That is what a professional runner looks like.
But a professional runner would be a little bit chiseled. I'm not saying like be stocky. You know, I'm just saying like a little more definition.
I mean, he has like abs and like, you know, and shit like that.
You been checking him out?
Yeah. Of course. I'm a guy who lives in Brooklyn. Okay. I live in Bushwick,
That
Brooklyn.
sums it up.
All right.
I left to Queens just in time. No, but you know it's funny because so he deleted Ezra Miller. He deleted his Instagram recently because his last post was something like
the feds were tracking him.
Yeah, they were tracking him because they're trying to
Jesus Christ.
They're trying to serve him because he needs to go to court by like July or some shit like that, and they can't find him, right? Yeah. So then like he posted before he deleted his Instagram. He posted oh, you can't catch me. I'm in another dimension. So he's like taking this whole role of the Flash like for
a whole other level.
It's like I'm out in this universe.
It's like, buddy, Barry Allen never did that. Never. Let me tell you. You know?
He's like, oh my gosh, man, that's hilarious.
Bringing a new definition to run, Barry, run.
Run, Barry.
You know, Jesus Christ.
Yes. Man, this dude is nuts, man. Does he dabble in drugs or something? I know he has an alcohol problem.
Yeah, he definitely dabbles. Are you asking, does the 29-year-old guy who kidnaps an 18-year-old dabble in drugs? Because I think he does.
I
think it'd be a safe assumption that he does.
No, I was gonna say because he probably was downstairs, you know, in the last episode doing ketamine and shit is from somebody's asshole.
He would definitely be here. Ezra Miller is the type of guy.
Hell yeah,
that would be here, and he'd be here even if there were an event happening in the basement.
Right.
He'd just be like dancing to noise music alone. Like weird shit.
I see him. You know those clubs where you put headphones on and you just dancing.
Yeah, he'd be that guy.
He'd be the last dude. Just like I'm not leaving until
listening
the bar closes.
Kate Bush running up the
Kate
hill.
Bush.
That's exactly what he'd be doing.
Oh man.
You know, but I also say too, this is a thing too that, you know, it sucks that, you know, all this is happening, but I also think this is a word to the women that feminine men aren't better men.
Yes.
I think that's a thing that needs to fucking be said.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if this man was more on the spectrum of me or you, any one of these random acts would have been a career ender.
Yeah.
And now you've allowed this man to do so many different things that he's now on a natural born killer's fucking journey across the country with a girl, and they're doing all this weird rebellious shit. Who knows what this will turn into?
Yeah.
Who really knows? I mean, this is a guy whose life has been pampered this whole fucking time. I don't know what his actual like upbringing was. Who knows? I mean, he grew up rich, but maybe his parents were abusive and weird.
Yeah.
You don't know. But regardless, he's had so much privilege now because of how much money he's had and how much stardom he's had that people have always loved him, and they've always thought that he was this amazing, creative. He was kind of like the actor version of like David Bowie. Kind of that like femme,
I see that.
masculine femme guy,
Boy George type shit.
Yeah, the type of shit. Again, it's like where it's like I'll wear a dress, but I'll still fuck your girlfriend.
Yeah.
That type of energy
while getting pegged.
Yeah, while getting pegged. Yeah, you can come too. I'll fuck the both of you. You know what I mean? It's like you can come too, and that's kind of his whole fucking thing. That was his whole message. But it's like just because somebody acts like that doesn't inherently mean just because he's less straight than I am doesn't mean he's a better guy than I am.
Yeah.
You know, or any other straight guy. It's like, you know, right now you're looking at the track record. Right now you're looking at the track record, and I would say Logan Paul is a nicer guy than him. And you wouldn't think that if you would have went by like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? You went back 5 years, you'd probably be like, Ezra Miller, Logan Paul, Ezra Miller all day.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is a hyper masculine aggro douche.
Yeah.
And Ezra Miller is this sweet, kind, fucking sunflower soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That fucking twirls in tall grass. You know what I mean? Like he's one of those guys that sound the music and you know what I mean? He's twirling around and the mountains are in the background and he's so sweet and
listening to MGMT.
Yeah. You know, he knows how to find the click because he might have one. And, and all this shit. But it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah,
a shitty dude is still a shitty dude. Just fucking get over it.
It's just like
men and women are different, and that's okay. And you can still be a good guy even though you're not partially feminine.
This dude,
Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to just get that off my chest.
No, you went in, man. Get on that rant.
It needed to be said.
Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit. But yeah, man, this guy, it's something like he's been acting for a long time, and it's usually you see like actors that when they started young, usually when like the older they get, the more weird they start to act. Like it's like talking about like actors like that can't like even come out of that role or some shit like that. Like Joaquin Phoenix, I love the dude.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like you can tell like in his head he's still like in that role type of shit, and who knows the type of crazy shit he's done.
It's like sometimes they have this look on their face like they're playing a video game.
Yes.
Like life is since they've been acting so much, they can just dip out of different personalities.
Yeah.
And life is like this weird simulation that they're doing, and they can play this role of I'm me, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing, man. It's scary, man. It's scary because you never know like what the person might do next. Ezra Miller, like who knows? Like they said that he basically physically and mentally and emotionally abused this young woman.
Yeah.
Since like she was 12.
But then
he knew her.
But then it's also too. It's like now she's fucking. She made some video on Instagram. Saying that she's not being held against her will. She's just purely there. She told your parents that she was going with him.
Yeah.
And the reason that this is all hubbub is because they just simply didn't want her to go with him. So now it also too kind of dips into this idea. I mean, we have all these different celebrities who have been, kind of in trouble. You have like Kevin Spacey, you have Chris D'Elia, you even have a little bit of Jared Leto. People were saying that, he's into like younger women and stuff like that.
R. Kelly
and stuff like that, right? And now Ezra Miller, but then
Jared Leto though?
Yeah. He's been like, like not really like accused, but he's been with like younger girls and stuff like that. Wow. People aren't really saying like, I don't know. There's allegations of like underage women,
allegedly.
But what I'm saying, what I'm really saying is that like, what is the threshold for younger and older and the relationship of that? This girl, I'm not gonna lie, she is still 18, but you look at the video and she does seem in her right mind and she does seem very intelligent.
Yeah.
So
She kind of kept looking like to the left. I don't know if you noticed that in the video.
Okay.
She was just like, yes, because this happened. And like if she was reading like a cue card or some shit, like
I mean maybe, but I mean it's also you just talked about how you get nervous every time the camera comes on. So it's like she could maybe he is there, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's like, bitch, you better say this words. He could be there honestly for moral support. So that's what I'm saying. It's like when we don't know. What is the predatory part? What is the actual giving, loving partner part, and what does it actually mean? I always get very curious about that. Like I've never dated anybody younger. In fact, even when I was younger, I would date women that were older.
Yes.
So it's like I'm just so intrigued by that whole world of that. Like dude, there's a girl, I won't say her name. She's really nice. She's a really funny comedian. But and she's decently successful. I think she's written for a couple shows and stuff. And she's really into dating like older men. And when I say older men, I mean guys who are like 50, 55, almost 60 years old.
Okay.
And this started, I remember like she dated another comedian who was like 50 years old and she was 20. Yeah. Dude, you know what I mean? And she was like, it was a real interesting thing. And, he was some guy, we all kind of, I don't know. Some people liked him, some people didn't. Whatever the fuck. But people looked at him a little bit funny for it and everything. Yeah. But then they broke up after like 2 years, which number one, that's a long time. Yeah. So it's like they broke up after 2 years. And then she's dating another old guy. Yeah. And then they broke up, and she's dating someone who's even older, like 60 years old.
God damn.
So it's like, at one, you could think about it as like all these men are coming around and, preying on her, and that is possible.
But it's
the first one she ever did may have preyed on her, but I don't know.
It's also a thing, though, because like this was actually a topic. I was listening to The Breakfast Club earlier this week, and, they were talking about that, like, about younger women dating older men. Yes. And a lot of them basically were saying the same thing, like they like to date men who are established, like, that they know that the security part, like they're set, they're good. Yeah. And that could be also another thing, So it's like you got to look at both sides of the spectrum and shit like that. But I mean, shit, if this girl is into that type of shit, then cool. I mean, they're not that far apart.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about it, here's the thing. If he wasn't communicating with her so young, I wouldn't have a problem with it, actually. Yeah. It would be a little weird simply because she's under 21. Right. But if you're actually looking at it, there's an 11-year age difference. There are people that do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can be someone who's 31 dating someone who's 42, and that's not a big deal. You can be someone who's 21 dating someone who's 32, and that's not an incredibly big deal. Right. I think the whole thing about older and young people is it's okay until it's not. And I think that's the main thing, is that, technically it is all right, but there's a slippery slope for like abuse and predatory behavior. Yes. When you have somebody that's older than you, it can go very wrong very quickly. And sometimes it really is some Romeo and Juliet shit of I love you and age is nothing but a number. But a lot of times I think it's just a type of guy or a group of, a certain percentage of guys that just aren't shit. Yeah. Or they feel intimidated by older women or women their own age, and thus they go to younger women. Yeah. And that's not all the time, but I think that is something that it's a considerable number. I wouldn't say it's the majority, but it's a considerable number. Yeah. But it's one of those things that feeds back and forth, like you said, like the Breakfast Club shit. It's like women, they like older men, and I think this is like we're living in an era where they're trying to act like they don't. Yeah. Or the narrative. It's not that they are. It's like the narrative of like social media and everything is trying to pretend like younger women have never liked older men. They always have. They always have. Yeah, that's true. And it's like, I even saw something. Sorry, I'm going on such a rant about this, but I was even seeing something like there was like a little article about this like TikTok influencer or whatever who she takes like videos of herself at the gym, about like guys like, watching
staring
her
at her
shit.
butt and shit.
Yeah. Which is a whole nother thing that we can go into about like bullshit, too. But one of those, she's like 19 or 20 or whatever. And in one of them, there's an older guy who walks up to her and he kind of tries to start up a conversation. His game was a little weak, but it wasn't like very, very like, overt or fucked up or anything. But he was just an older guy. He's probably like 45, almost 50, I would say. But but he was like talking to her or something, and she did say something like, she's like, I think I'm too old for you, or something, and that's what she said or whatever. And I was like, she's not necessarily wrong, but I also think the only reason she's saying that is because this guy looks average.
Right.
He looks like an average 50-year-old. Like if she was meeting like a more like Kevin Samuels type 50-year-old, I don't think she would actually be talking about that. And then it's like you look at her like Instagram thing, and it's like, dude, I mean, you, number one, you're over 18, but also every one of these pictures is fucking like you in a bikini, you're in your ass up. So to pretend as if you're too young to have somebody approach you sexually when you're over the legal age and you're taking these things that throw out that type of energy is a little bit absurd. So I don't know. It's just one of those things that you think about all the time.
I agree, man. That type of shit too, man. I'm tired of that type of stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's a whole shit on the internet. That's a whole genre now.
Yeah, dude. But
catching guys being creepy, and some of it's so fake.
Yeah,
dude.
man. And I seen like only one where a guy was like, buffing shit, and he's like, look at these chicks checking me out. Like, why don't we see that more? So you're trying to paint a picture that like, oh, no woman can go to the gym because all guys are creepy and all that type of shit. They're dirty. They're not here to actually exercise. They're here to look at my butt. Like, so, yo, put on some baggy sweatpants, please. And that's the case. But it's just those type of like men and women that do that type of shit, man. It's just like, if you go into the gym, you shouldn't be doing that type of shit. Just fucking go to the gym, work out, and that's it. You're trying to create content in a space where people go to like relieve themselves from stress, to actually like be better people, be healthy and shit like that. Well, don't try to like build that type of like content at the gym.
Well, I think that's a big thing too, is that a lot of women definitely do get stared at the gym, and I think that is a thing. That's it's real, sure, but you see a lot of these influencers play that card of just like, oh, I'm just trying to be there, and it's like, yeah, but you're making the video, so on some level you actually do want that to happen. And on some of these videos, you are baiting that guy.
Yes.
Like you'll see it sometimes. Like there was one where like I think they put on like no jumper or some shit, and they were like, is this no reaction? And it totally was. It was like some chick, and she's attractive, whatever, but it's like, she's like she's wearing super skin tight shit, and then she's like taking off a layer of clothing like super fucking slow. And there's like one guy at the bench press who's kind of looking, and then there's like a personal trainer of the guy who like takes a second and like looks or whatever, and she's like, do we have a problem, to the personal trainer guy who's like this big black dude, and he was like, yo, like I wasn't even really looking at you, like I wasn't even looking at you, blah blah blah. And honestly, you see it and you're like, he might have not been. I'm saying as a dude he probably was, not to say that, but also too, it's like, all right, so he wasn't even gawking at you.
Yeah.
He wasn't even like staring at you for mad long. Like he literally turned his head and you were doing that. It's like, all right, so what's the limit of any of this shit? And it's like, if you keep crying wolf like that, then who's going to believe you when people actually shit?
Yes.
Perfect.
That's what I was going to add, the whole crying wolf part.
Yeah, if you make like mountains out of every single fucking molehill, then, who's going to believe you when a mountain actually fucking comes?
Yeah.
Exactly. So Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, man.
But, shit's crazy.
Yeah.
We got off on a tangent.
Yeah, we did. This is supposed to be about Ezra Miller.
Angry at women?
Fuck all these hoes.
Like, I guess so. Yeah,
man.
Hashtag Team Ezra. Hashtag Team Ezra.
I think I believe him now. After what you said, I think I'm on his side. Yo.
Like, dog, the pussy's lit.
Oh man, well, fuck it. On another note,
yeah, man. But
let's talk. You want to finish off with anything?
No. I mean, I think we tapped
that
that one out.
That was pretty good.
We go.
So,
like 40 minutes on Ezra Miller.
So listen to this, man. T-Pain was on a podcast earlier in the week, and he said that he actually makes more money on Twitch playing video games as opposed to actually making music.
I believe it. And I'll say this because, number one, I would say in comparison to making music now,
yes.
I would say. I mean, T-Pain in like 2004, dog, you ain't beating that. I don't give a fuck what your Twitch channel is.
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck you. Those that buy you a drink money was real, dog. That shit was heavy.
Yep.
But, now, I mean, we're getting to this point because of different websites and social media platforms that a person just being a name gets you automatic recognition, and that's almost like why Logic retired from rapping.
And he was streaming also.
He was streaming because he was just like, fuck it, I can stream and I'll make a good stream of money, and I'm out of my contract, and this will give me enough to stack up if I decide that I want to do music again.
Yeah.
You know, and now he's back. Look at that.
Let me tell you something. That Twitch thing is real, man.
Yeah,
it's real. I actually
subscribe.
Yeah, I actually subscribe to a few gaming channels, a few DJing channels.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have gave money. I actually have subscribed to these people because people that I actually enjoy, that I want to see them over and over again. I actually watch somebody play horror games just so I can get fucking scared, that type of shit. And people, what they're saying is that these individuals, they're actually watching T-Pain because he's such a shitty player. They just want to see him lose constantly. And he said it. He was like, yeah, they watch me to fucking constantly fail, constantly die on whatever board it is. But then also it's just like, it's an embarrassment.
Now I have a problem with it.
Was that?
Now T-Pain is getting paid because people want to see a black man lose. Yes,
he's still winning though.
I call it racism. You know, I don't give a fuck how big the bag is. Nah, I call it racism. That's messed up.
That was funny.
He trying to see a black man lose out here. Those people who watch his Twitch channel probably watch that clip where he talks about Usher saying he ruined music.
Oh,
they probably watch that over and over and over again on a nonstop loop.
Yeah, man. Shit, T-Pain was hated at one point by a big community because he was. How the fuck you try to go against Jay-Z?
I know, but you know what? Salute to him though, man.
Yeah.
I love him, and you know, also too, is just like, bro, like, yeah, he's doing his own thing, and this is the new era of just of artists. I think there is some freedom knowing that once you get popping, if your career starts to take a turn, you can transfer into other things now.
Yeah,
and still do shit and still have shit going. I mean, Joe Budden, right?
Yeah.
Case in point.
Yes.
This guy has a great, very, very popular hip hop podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's massive. People fucking love that thing. But that wasn't his dream. He was originally a rapper.
Yeah.
And that's what he wanted to do. And he kept trying to run up that hill over and over and over again and never really got full mainstream success.
I want to add to that.
But now he's here. No, that's
that's it. That's it. The music part.
I've
heard Joe Budden go on a rant and actually say like how this industry really is. You know, the type of ways you actually have to go whichever way just to make money. You know what I mean? Like, and some of it is just like sickening because like they're getting a shortcut. Sometimes they're getting a good cut, but then like you're signed on to like more albums, and then it's just like
they divide up the pie.
It's
so
shitty.
Much.
Yes, they divide it so much. That's why I understand what T-Pain is saying, because I'm pretty sure he makes good music.
Yeah,
you know, like the guy's good. Like he does summer bangers.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of summers listening to a lot of his tracks.
Oh yeah. No.
So my whole thing is that, you know, like things like Twitch is actually really, really, really fucking good for these people. You know, for a lot of artists, because it also to finish off, it also basically shows us the viewers like, okay, he's not just a musician. Like this guy actually plays video games. Like, oh shit, I think LeBron James or a few NBA players actually like stream themselves also.
See, that's cool, and it also, I think you're right. I think it's great because it gives artistic or just personal independence.
Yes,
and you know, now because you can show up so many different places, it provides you to feel more secure about who you are and what you're willing to do.
Right,
which is good because for a long time, I think capitalism and all these different companies, record companies, movie studios, whatever, when it came to celebrities, they could have you over a barrel because it's just like, either you do what we say, or you'll never be on any of these things ever again.
Yeah.
And you won't have this surefire money that's coming to you. So do what I'm telling you to do.
Yeah.
And now they don't have to deal with that. And it's even better for us too, you know, because, you know, I was just talking about this before we started, about the artistic middle class, where it's like you have somebody like Joe Budden, right? Because he's a name, he's immediately going to get hundreds of thousands of views. It just is what it is.
It is.
Right? But then us, we can still like slowly start our grind and build and build and build. And if you work hard, you can make, thousands of dollars. We can be making like, if we hit the right viral video or the right clip, we can be making $100,000 just from our show.
Yeah.
Like a year from now, if you strike lucky. And if you don't strike lucky, then you can just keep producing content and eventually it'll slowly grow and build as well too. So
we need Ray J to come up in here and do what he did to the Breakfast Club.
Exactly.
Like, let me talk. Somehow, Fab was doing cocaine. Like, nigga, what? Like, we need Ray J.
Hey, we got some guests coming up in the log. So we'll see how this goes. So like things can build, man. The right clip, the right person to look at it, and that's all you fucking need, man. That's all you fucking need, bro.
It's crazy because I know one person that's gonna get a lot of clicks and a lot of like viewers and shit and followers. It's this guy that was actually at the Golden State Warriors stadium dressed as a fake Klay Thompson.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
I love that.
He was there just taking some shots, took pictures with people.
Yeah.
And someone noticed, and now this guy's banned for life.
Yep.
And I think he has to pay like 10 bans and some shit.
See, but that's the whole thing. It's like the things people will do for fame.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. It's like now that there's so many different social media platforms and shit, people will just go anywhere and do anything to get themselves
dangerous.
Names. So it really creates a lot of chaos as well too.
That's dangerous.
It really is dangerous.
Bro. Matter of fact, there was actually one dude who went up to Fetty Wap while he was at the beach with his girl, and the guy was saying something like, I don't know, I think he called him a pussy or some shit like that, or like throw your hands up, telling Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap was like, yo, what the fuck you say? Like, he got really aggressive with him, and like the dude was like, no, I'm just a comedian, I'm content. He's like, I don't give a fuck if you're a comedian, and all this type of shit. Like, you coming up to me, I'm with my girl. Like, you don't be doing this type of shit. And the guy kept apologizing and apologizing. Yeah. He saw how serious Fetty Wap got. Yeah. You know, like people that do that type of shit, that type of behavior is dangerous, man. Like it's dangerous. Don't do that type of shit.
I hate watching those fucking stupid prank videos.
Yeah, these artists, like literally, these artists right now, they have a hard time just trying to like be normal. Like they want to be outside again, and then when they get like that little sweetness of just being alone and thinking like nobody's gonna bother you, here goes some fucking dickhead that tries to just come and like do a prank. Like, dog, it's my day off. Like, why do I have to be with security 24/7? Maybe sometimes I just want to be a normal human being for once. That type of shit. Like, don't do that, man. And with that guy that actually went, he's lucky that nothing bad happened to him.
But then it's the thing, it's like you'll see that type of shit. Like you ever see those videos where it's like white guy goes to the hood and grabs someone's phone?
Yes.
And it's like a compilation of shit. And it's like, bro, you need to stop playing with people because you can truly like really, really get hurt. It's not a joke to everybody. You know what I mean? It's a difference to, you know, make a podcast and make jokes. But to be out in the street and playing with people that don't know you're playing is a whole nother issue, especially in America where everybody got guns, bro. Nah.
There was two dudes that went in a car and drove to O Block. There's different entrances to O Block, and supposedly, like, there was a police in each entrance, but there was one, like, street that they went up, and, like, they were good, but they went to O Block. Like, that's one of, like, the most dangerous areas ever to go to. And the guy's just laughing, like, we should go deeper. He's like, no, dude, turn around, dude, you turn, let's get out of here. One dude from the hood would have been like, yo, who the fuck are these dudes?
Yeah, and, you know, also, too, it's like, it's also, not only is it stupid, but it's incredibly disrespectful.
Yes.
It's like, do you think my life is some game to you? Like, you can come, like, what is this, a zoo?
Yeah.
You're in here in a lion's den now, and this is how you're, like, treating things. It's like, bro, I didn't choose to be here.
Exactly.
I don't want to be here. I eventually either hope that this community will get better or that I'll be able to advance and leave it.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're coming here and you're making these, like, little jokes is like, what's up, bro? I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm here at O Block. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm here at O Block.
You know, it's like, you're such a piece of shit, dog.
A piece of shit.
You know that type of dude,
yeah,
though. You know?
Man.
Jesus. And it's like, you know, I don't wish death on nobody, but there's a part of me that just wish that dude get shot in the ass. You know, he doesn't die. He don't die, but he don't walk.
But
right
he ain't gonna
more.
be sitting good for a while.
He don't walk right no more.
No, man.
Knowing him though, he'll be like famous because he'll make a bunch of viral compilation videos of his recovery from O Block.
I'm sleeping on my stomach today. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? It's Zach, and here's my O Block trials. Rehab from O Block.
What's that thing that they have on the internet? Like, my name is Dave, and you're probably wondering how I got here. Some dumb shit.
You're probably wondering how I got in this situation. I love those.
Well, here it goes, and then the fucking
the
weird song like
shit.
"Klay playing games with my heart." Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we watching? Like some dumb shit. Like, nah. Going back to the fake Klay Thompson, it's just like, dude, like security in these places are like already like heavy, especially with like the recent protesters. Like a woman ran and she like handcuffed herself to like the basketball, the basketball hoop, the pole and shit, and another woman tried to like go on to like the court, but then she was immediately attacked by security and shit. Again, these are famous people that's trying to entertain us.
Yeah.
Don't make them feel all nervous when they actually do live like nervous already. Like, cause it's like, damn, like I'm famous. I really got to be careful. Hire 24-hour security. This dude was doing a prank and shit like that, but they don't know.
Well,
they don't know. So then guess what's going to happen? The real Klay Thompson's probably going to be like, yo, who the fuck is this dude?
Well, I also think that it's like interesting. Like the dude, at the end of the day, he did infiltrate this place, and he could have had a gun,
and that is
and he got let go with just a slap in the wrist. And a part of me thinks it's very entertaining that a guy can have white privilege even when he's dressing up as a black guy. Like this guy, he has a fucking just a goatee. Don't get me wrong, Klay Thompson, he's obviously like mixed. He's extremely light skinned.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, yo, if this is any sort of nigga, like they would have been like, oh, not only is he banned, but like his mom's getting thrown in jail.
Yeah,
some weird shit. We arrested all his children. We found his auntie, and we fucking beat her with nightsticks. You know what I mean? Some weird shit. But then they're just like, go home. You can still use the footage. You're fine. You're crazy.
You got your fame, buddy. You ain't bad for life. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something like slap him in the ring. I'm pretty sure that's what he expected. He probably expected like Klay Thompson to be like, "Oh my gosh, you look just like me. Let's shake hands and take a picture."
He's probably gonna sneak in there dressed as Steph Curry next time. You know? Or no, he's gonna sneak in just like Steph Curry's mom. He's gonna have the blonde white girl. I went to the Bahama dreads. You know? Can we talk about that? I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, Jesus Christ! Like I know she's like mixed and everything, but I was like, take off the braids. You look crazy. Those are like I went to like Bermuda and I found myself.
I went to Jamaica.
Fucking
and
braids. I'm like, gee, all right. What migrant child fucking did those for you? You know? Trying to get you to buy chiclets too. You know? Please, mama. I need to feed my mama. Chiclet.
You said chiclet.
Chiclet. Only if you braid my hair. If you braid my hair, I'll put you and your brothers and sisters through college.
Oh God.
She has Rachel Dolezal braids. I'm like, fucking come on, lady.
Oh my God. That is hilarious, man. Oh man, but fuck, I was gonna say something. You said chiclets.
Sorry, I just had it up. I just had to. It was the first thing that came to my mind.
God.
The first thing that came to my mind.
Fuck, what? Oh shit.
This is why I love this podcast.
I know, right? Yeah, but fuck. Yeah, Klay Thompson, fake Klay Thompson. You crazy, man.
Yeah, dude, that dude's nuts, and it just shows you like. He used to let him out the braids, but no, it's like. I do just imagine that because I'm just like, now they are like Steph Curry is that rich where he could have like a compound in a Caribbean island.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Just barefoot children braiding his mother's hair day in and day out. You know, he gets a shape up.
Please, madame, my fingers, they hurt so much today. Shut up and braid my hair, Pedro.
Just a bunch of fucking black Oliver Twists. You know, just cleaning his pool. Like that's how bad it's gotten, man. That's how bad it's gotten.
Fuck. All right, man. What's up, motherfucker?
Yeah, onto the shit. Back to the Klay Thompson shit. You know, it's just wild, and it just shows you the things people will do for fame.
Yeah.
You know, like we were also looking at the celebrity boxing.
Oh my
between Benzino and some other guy.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy?
I don't even know.
Some clown.
I think it was just some regular dude.
The name celebrity is like it's a bit of a stretch nowadays for a lot of things. So you have Benzino fighting some other guy in a totally not fixed fight.
Yeah, totally not. He supposedly knocked out the guy. Literally, they got so close. He punched him. He like punched him right here or some shit.
He just went,
Yeah, and the guy, what I love about it, man, his acting skills are way better than Andrew Heard. Like, dude, boom, guy gets knocked out, right? Falls down like he's having a seizure. Fucking spits his mouth guard up. He's like, like trying to get himself up. He sees Benzino walking around like I won. Yeah, pounding on his chest and shit. Like, yeah, like 50, you next. Like, yo, what the fuck kind of shit was that? That was fucking hilarious. That was so entertaining, man, to watch.
And then you had Black China was fighting somebody else too. I didn't watch the fight.
It was just, it was like they learned how to fight, like, you know, slap boxing, like through Ezra Miller and shit. They would just do a bunch of these.
Ezra Miller Fight Club.
Ezra Miller Fight Club.
Easy FC.
It was fucking hilarious.
But you know, it's just funny. Yeah, I was just like, I didn't watch the Black China one, but a part of me was hoping that there'd be a clip of her like popping one of her breast implants. You know what I mean? Just getting punched dead in the chest and just like, you know, like a water balloon.
It just like goes down to
just like, what the
shit.
Fuck? Yeah.
Anybody has a rubber band? Just holds it there. It'll hold for now. Oh my god. But yo, it's just, you know, with that, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it shows some goddamn self-respect.
It's I don't know what it is. Come like on, sometimes man. It's just like these. To me, I just view it like these celebrities, like they're running out of money, or they're probably like in some sort of issue and shit. Like they're trying to like get out of some debt, pay the courts, whatever the case may be, and they do these types of things.
The only celebrities I want to see box are celebrities who have an actual problem with each other.
Yes,
you know what I mean. That'd be interesting as fuck.
Yeah.
Like if there was an actual show or some sort of internet thing that like no real schedule, like twice a year.
Yeah.
Something like you had celebrities who had actual feuds and then you'd actually like pit them against each other and they get to fight.
Like
or whatever.
real life celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah. On some real shit. And it's like they both get a huge check from it because of endorsement. I'd be down for that. But this whole like super sad, like, you know, I can't even get an interview from a blogger, so I'm deciding to do this. And it's almost like one of those like sideshows from like the 1940s or something. It's you know, weird. It's just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
You know, you have the bearded woman and Benzino boxing somebody. You know, it's like, what is going on?
Oh,
you know,
man.
the fucking reptile boy and then fucking, you know, Black China. You know, and also for someone as hot as her, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like
you can't find anybody.
It's just,
you can't find anybody. You must be a trip.
It's weird, man. The whole thing. This is what I saw on IG. So she's in a court case with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
She loses the court case with the Kardashians. She then, I seen a image or like a video that she like getting baptized.
Okay.
And next week I'm having a fight.
Yeah.
What is going on with this lady? Like, she's calling out for help at this point.
Anything to get headlines.
What the
You know
fuck?
what I mean? She'll be born again if that will get more people to pay attention to her.
Yeah.
She'll fight somebody if that will get somebody to pay more attention to her.
Fight your demons.
She'll say that her, you know, both of her baby fathers aren't paying any money. Meanwhile, they
both get all. They shutted her up.
That was crazy.
They shutted her up.
So it's just like, and this again, it's the same thing of just like the fucking, you know, fake Klay Thompson guy wanting all that love and all that attention and shit, and all these different people, these prank people. It's all the same shit. It's the same beast. And it's like, I hope people learn. I hope people learn someday, because it is honestly fucking disgusting.
It's sad, man.
I don't even. Sad,
and the thing about it, there's there's an audience for that type of shit that like that behavior.
Oh yeah,
that like that type of stuff.
Because I think that makes them feel better about themselves.
Yeah, but that audience is so like, man,
they're baseless people though. But they'd also, here's the thing: it makes them feel better about themselves, but they'd also do the same thing.
Yeah,
I think they're the same type of person. It's like they're selfish fame whores. If the kind of issue arose, they would take it, but they also don't have the energy to try and be great at anything.
Yeah.
So when someone is just actually famous and really good at things, they secretly don't like them. They're the trolls on the internet. Fuck this person, blah blah blah. And then when these people fall and have a fall from grace, they want to see them get in a boxing match and they revel in every part of it.
It's like we live in like two different Americas.
Oh yeah, dude, we live in like 6 different Americas.
Yeah,
honestly.
At this point,
it's like a goddamn kaleidoscope. It just keeps going. It keeps splitting and fractalizing every 2 seconds.
Literally,
insane. It is insane. My mother's America, like the Christian Jamaican black woman's America. You know what I mean? Then we have like the young fucking like Dominican Spanish black dude. You know what I mean? America. Then we have like white America. We have white fucking conservative America, white liberal America.
Oh my
There's
God.
so many Americas, and they all suck.
They all suck.
They all fucking suck.
I think we're like from the normal one.
Yeah,
We're part of the world that hasn't gotten like fucked up in the brain yet.
dude, it's kind of, but it's kind of crazy where it's just like, you know, people always talk about the multiverse, as mad movies about the multiverse. We're living in the multiverse
I believe
right
so.
now.
I believe so.
Like, we have so many different dimensions just in our own dimension.
Yep.
Everybody's living in their own worlds and in their own little fucking portals of
Yeah,
shit. You know, it's fucking insane, man.
It's insane, man. It's insane. But talking about insane, man. You heard about this? About the ex-Amazon CEO from Mexico, I believe.
Ex-CEO from Mexico. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy, he hired his he hired a hitman to kill his ex-wife, right?
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
He's wanted in 190 countries.
Jeff Bezos doesn't have the balls to do something like that.
Fuck no. He
You know?
ended up.
He's a
he
little
ended up-
bitch. He'll go to space before he touches his lady. She's scary, isn't she?
Yeah.
Isn't she, Jeffrey?
She probably got something on him. That's why he was
ran
like,
away.
all right, man, here, just take half of my money.
Take it, bitch. Take it, bitch.
Just take it. Just don't say
Keep
nothing.
quiet. Take it, bitch.
Dude, 190 countries.
Yeah.
And I think, like, from what I read, it was something like the first attempt wasn't like a success. So then there was like a second attempt, and like it was just some dude came on a motorcycle, shot her, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so she died and stuff like that. But now this guy's wanted in 190 countries.
190 countries, dude.
Fucking
That's
crazy.
fucking wild. I don't know, man. I mean, that's that's a fucking lot. I would say, you know, I didn't realize that there were like it was multiple attempts.
Yeah, it was like
Because that almost makes it seem like spy versus spy.
Yeah.
You know, where he keeps on trying to kill this woman. And it, like,
because I think at one point he tried to strangle her.
Yeah, well, that's another thing too. Like, I guess supposedly he was like an abusive guy.
Yeah,
so he was like really like crazy and shit like that. But dude, he shot that lady like in front of his children. As well, too.
Man. I think
or
on
the
a market
hitman,
or some
yeah,
shit. The
or
hitman,
whatever. Yeah. Shot them in front of the children. But I'm also too wondering. I'm like, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but this feels like the end of an era for Mexico. You know, because
Why so?
because I just feel I'm just like, when did Mexican criminals start snitching?
Yeah,
You know, I feel like this is a breakdown. I feel like, listen, you know, you go to America, you no matter what 50 states you're in,
Right.
unless you're in like Alaska or something, I feel like you pay a hitman, some shit might blow back on you.
right.
But I feel like if I go to Mexico, I'm a rich man in Mexico, and I pay a hitman, the job should get done,
That's it.
and the job should be the job. I mean, you know, and I just find it funny that an Amazon executive, you know, feels like he had to call customer service. Like he was like, what the fuck is this?
This wasn't supposed
This
to
is
happen.
coming back on me.
Where's the supervisor?
He's on the like hitman's website.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And he's like, killed my wife, got caught, ratted on me. And they're like, please describe more. And they give him like 3 options, you know, that have nothing to do with anything. He's like, well,
at the end of the whole thing, they want to give you a survey of how like the bot
how
did.
they did.
Out of 1 through 10,
Yeah.
would you recommend hitman.com? Like,
Representative.
excuse, was it? Oh, let me do that again. God, the representative.
Representative.
No hablo inglés. Por favor, español. Like, representativo. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not going through. He's just pressing 0 constantly.
Over,
0, 0, 0, 0.
over. You know,
Oh my
just
god.
to have some customer service dude in Mexico who's just tired as fuck. You know, he's just
Yeah.
like smoking a cigarette, be like, and then what happened, sir? Sir, hitman didn't correctly kill your wife at the time you thought. Did he appear in court yet? No.
I imagine him choosing the hitman. Like, he goes to the website and he's just scrolling, and it has like a little bio. Miguel, 34, loves long walks, like, has a dog. Like, what the fuck?
Sir, it'll take at least 6 business days for us to terminate your hitman.
And send you a new one.
Send you a new one. You can resend the skull of your hitman if need be, but
And they send a confirmation code.
we can give you store credit if that's what you need, sir.
Oh my god.
He's
Oh,
just like,
great. Fucking great.
for real though. I mean, listen. I mean, I've seen Breaking Bad. I feel like you hear about all these goddamn cartels. No one. I feel like in Mexico, no one snitches. I mean, this might just be my stupid American like brain of all the propaganda you see.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can like murder someone in Mexico and it just won't get solved.
Yeah.
It just won't. Like no matter what neighborhood you're living in, like it just won't get solved and it's fine. Like they just deal with it. People just murder and that's fine.
It's just like throw him in the cell with the gun.
Especially if you're somebody who's like super rich.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Like I can understand if it was like average middle class Mexican guy hires hitman, but it's like super incredibly rich guy hires hitman.
Yeah.
And they rat on him? What?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
That's some weird shit. That's like a TV show,
bro.
Like almost like Breaking Bad, to tell you the truth.
Bro, it's nuts. And the crazy thing is too, I was reading the article and they paid the guy like I think it was like a couple thousand pesos, which isn't a lot of money.
It's not.
And I'm like, that's the thing too. I don't think it was necessarily that that Mexican hitmen snitch. They snitch. I don't think they do. I think hitmen that you hire for $900 snitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was just being a cheap little bitch, and it's like, buddy, you're killing your ex-wife.
Yeah.
How about you splurge?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it too much to ask? This what like the amount you're paying? You're not killing a hamster. You're killing your wife.
Yeah.
Like the amount of money you spend on a Tesla should be the amount of money you
spend
spend
on
to pay a guy to kill your wife. That is shut up money.
That's crazy, man.
At least $30,000 for it has to hurt the amount of money that you spend.
I wonder if he got caught.
He's still on the run. He's still on the
he's
run.
probably with Ezra Miller.
Dude, Ezra Miller, him and that girl should start a podcast.
It's probably like, hold on.
Yeah.
Just start running to another universe. And the guy's like, what are we doing?
They're all gonna start a podcast, bro. I swear to God, dude. You're gonna hear him on Audible in a week. You know?
How to get away with
Spotify
murder.
exclusive with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You know? And he's still gonna be like, I don't see what I did wrong. I just had the guy for an interview.
And Joe Rogan's like, but you see, the problem is like trying to offer the guy whiskey and shit. Yeah, like in a cigar and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so you
fuck.
slide the guy $900.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's what you did wrong. For real? So it was more? Right? That type of bullshit, man.
Yeah.
No, man, but that shit is scary, bro, because it goes to show, like, even rich people, man, like, you see that shit. You hear about that shit a lot, man. These motherfuckers, man, they just want to just kill when it comes to, like, their money, when it comes to anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're fucking insane.
But do you think, like, because he's a Mexican, like, millionaire or whatever, do you think all, like, the super rich old white guys, like, now that his shit is all fucked up, they look at him different, and they're just like, you fucking broke bitch. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, what a fucking idiot. Like, I fucking paid fucking the last guy $50,000 to kill my wife. What a loser.
Yeah.
It's almost like like again, like cars or like clothing brands. It's like, fuck you. You fucking cheap Mexican bastard. You fucking you paid some guy $900.
With a mustache.
Yeah, with a fucking monocle.
The monocle. Oh, the Monopoly man, right?
You must not value your wife. You went under 1,000. You must not value her at all.
Oh shit!
But that's real. If you're gonna pay to murder your wife, you gotta splurge.
Yeah.
Think like you gotta at least spend more than a PS5. This guy is out here. This guy is
gotta at least do 2 PS5 and 3 controllers.
This nigga spent less than an iPhone to have his wife disposed of.
Oh my God.
That's your issue.
That's your issue.
That's
why you're getting caught, you fucking piece of shit.
Honestly, here at False Prophets Podcast, we don't care about violence against women. We just care about people that don't pay enough for the violence. If you're gonna pay, if you're gonna do it, do it right. You heard it here.
Man. That was good. Oh man.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. What else is on the agenda of terrible things in the world? This has been a really rough episode, right?
Yeah.
I feel like everything in this is dark.
Yeah.
We're trying to make jokes, but this week it's been a dark week.
This week has just been dark as fuck.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of funny things. The only thing funny that we have is the Benzino shit and the fake Klay Thompson.
And even that is still sad.
Yeah.
The Benzino thing is so sad.
Yeah, it is sad. But let's see how far we can go with this one. It's okay. Google engineer. Basically, he's all scared because he's saying like the AI is starting to like, have its own thoughts and feelings and shit, whatever. Yeah. And it's just like he's worried, and then Google's like, that's not true. Like they're trying to like put it under the rug and shit, but like like these AIs have sentient like feelings and shit, like their thoughts. So it's like that's some scary shit because it just reminds me of like, Terminator has been warning us about this all along.
Very true.
And you heard even like Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan and was like, like he wants to create those type of like like bots and shit, and just. With that being said, like they're basically gonna take human jobs, and like it's just gonna be a world full of like robots, like iRobot type shit. So well, that's actually scary to me.
Well, I definitely think robots will make humans eventually obsolete, especially in the workforce.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about this guy. I mean, everybody, it's weird. It's like people are either catastrophizing AI or they're acting like it's never going to be a big deal and there's no reason to have any sort of checkpoints or security about it and all that shit. I mean, this guy, maybe he is creating the first, Brainiac from Superman.
Ooh.
Maybe he is.
Ultron.
Or maybe he's just a fucking guy who thinks his AI is hot shit.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make a name for himself. And these geniuses at Google are like, who, Nate? He's a fucking weirdo. And his AI sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll show them.
Yeah.
Hardwiring, whatever the robot's name is, like Gillis. Like,
some weird.
You're gonna show them Gillis. I know, father.
Gillis.
He spoke.
It is always some weird name about that.
Some weird name, right?
Irving.
Oh man.
Tell me the coordinates of my wife.
Eliminate.
Eliminate.
Yes, father.
That's what I'm saying. See?
That's why.
See, if the dude from Mexico has some AI,
exactly.
Maybe everything would be okay.
God
damn it.
Fuck.
Love how we came full circle.
Exactly, man. And it's just like this type of stuff, like, with the whole UFO stuff that's going on, and then now you got like, the bots talking to them, by themselves and shit like
Gideon,
that.
Terminate. It's some like kind of gay name, gay English name.
Gideon.
Gideon. Terminate him now.
Oh God. What the fuck was I saying?
It is though, right? It's always like you're like,
fucking shit. No, but I mean, to me that's like more scary than funny, man. If that shit happens, man, you imagine like you're driving your Tesla and it just like transforms like a transformer and you're still inside and it just kills you, like that type of shit. That's it. You're done for. Like, man, I don't know.
So what are you?
I'm not pro AI. I'm not.
If robots took over, what would you do?
Fucking, I don't even know. I'll try to hide somewhere. Fucking probably move to fucking some weird cave in DR or some shit and live with bats for the rest of my life. They'll never catch us here.
Right.
I have a name for each bat. Gustavo, Esmeralda. Oh man, I can't, man. I can't. That type of shit. Where would you go?
Where would I go?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would go anywhere. I just come for me.
Just take me.
Just fucking take me out. I'm trying to fight you. I'm gonna be like that black dude in what is that fucking what's the Jason Voorhees? You ever see that? In the what's that fucking movie with Jason Voorhees? The fucking movie. Jason the Mask.
Yes. Jason.
Yeah. No, it's not called Jason. None of them are called Jason.
What are you talking about? The Jason movies?
Yes. What are they actually called?
Fuck. I don't know.
Anyway, I'm gonna be like the black guy in the 7th one.
Yeah.
Who's fighting him? You ever see that clip?
Yeah.
Where he's fighting him? It's what is it? It's not. It's fucking Friday something.
Friday
the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
That's what it is. Jesus Christ. We're gonna edit that out. It was supposed to be a good bit, but
yeah.
It failed. I'm gonna be like the black guy who fights him in Friday the 13th 7.
Yeah.
Who he actually squares up with Jason.
Yeah.
I'm willing to square up with the robots.
Yeah.
And just lose immediately. I'm gonna square up with him.
I
will square up.
I seen the Michael Myers movie, the latest one, and it was the same thing. Like the whole town came through, and it was probably like 20 of these motherfuckers with bats, shotguns, knives, machetes, all of that. and they beat the shit out of Michael Myers, man, and they even take off his
And
mask,
then it still doesn't work.
stab him, and next thing you know, he's like dead, and then he just opens his eyes, and then he just like grabs the dude from the neck and just rips his whole trachea out, and they killed 20 people, and it's just like, this is not realistic, but I get it. But it's like funny. That's what would happen if you try to fight one bot.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want to like fucking live through. I can't. I'm taking my cat and I'm going to DR to live with some bats. That's it.
I mean, I think also too that I don't know, we're in this weird pivotal moment because, you know, a lot of things could happen. Like we could either allow for robots to take over everything, or I think actually what's more likely, truth be told, is physical augmentation. We'll start upgrading ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think there might still be like robots and stuff like that. But I think people will start upgrading themselves in different ways. And it'll start slow in like less obvious ways. So it's like if someone has, you know, if they're born with terrible kidneys, you won't need a kidney transplant anymore. You'll just get an artificial kidney that's like a machine, and that'll be put in your body to do whatever it needs to do. Same thing with lungs and different stuff, and eventually some of those machines will become more organic over time. And they'll fuse with us, and over the next 300 to 400 years, those things will become like completely commonplace, and you'll be able to have eyes and like zoom in with shit and like do all sorts of crazy shit.
I think I'd like machine gun nipples.
Machine gun
nipples. Like somebody tries to rob me, I'm like, sure.
I feel like that's a rapper that could have made it, but
machine gun nipples.
You're like, I think we're gonna go with Kelly instead.
We're gonna go with Kelly instead.
But machine gun nipples was the first one. He came through the Bad Boy Entertainment. He like, hey, yo.
I caught a body, they didn't see it coming. Bullets came out my chest, they started flying.
Caught a body about a week ago.
Oh, oh shit. No, man, but I mean that type of shit, like when it comes to transplants and shit, where they could create a heart, create a lung, kidneys, then yeah. I agree with that type of stuff.
But I think that's where we'll first start.
Yeah.
I think it'll first start with now a history of new innovations, and they'll do shit like that, and then over time, it'll just be consumer items that you'd be able to buy.
Right.
So then, laser eye surgery won't just be like I'm saying, just fixing your eyes. It'll be like, now we can really enhance them. Now we can really enhance your ears if you wanted that to happen.
Some Mission Impossible type stuff.
And then we can put an implant so you can actually access the internet.
I want to do the implant
some
stuff,
sort of VR thing. Yeah, here's the thing. You're saying that right now, but in 150 years, it'll be so commonplace. I think it'll be a slow roll into everything. So much that people will be so used to having things in them that it'll just be whatever.
Yeah. Let's just start doing it at birth. They're just like,
boom. For certain kids, you'll be like a little kid, let's say a little kid that was born premature and sickly and stuff like that. Yeah, they'll just give him a fucking spleen or inject him with some sort of nanobot that cleans his arteries or something. Yeah, because they're gunked up or whatever whatever his ailment may be. Yeah, they'll do that stuff and it'll just be natural and everybody will just get used to it. I mean, the vaccine had nanobots in it. It did. It did.
I have nanobots in me?
Yes, you do.
What the fuck? I didn't know this.
The vaccine had nanobots in it. And they've been creating living machines for a while now. There's this, and it's not necessarily some iRobot shit, but they have microscopic beings.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they're androids, but they're living androids. They're made out of flesh.
What the fuck?
They're living machines. So it's this stuff is coming, man. And in the next 10, 15 years, much of this stuff is going to be commonplace. So much of this stuff is going to be commonplace. I mean, shit, man. You motherfuckers were scared when the Roomba came out. Shit's about to be everywhere, dog. Shit's about to be everywhere, man.
The Roomba.
Hey, nigga, that was me. I was like, oh,
the funny thing is the Peloton, nigga, the Peloton, the treadmill shit, caught bodies already. If that's the case, there's actually in the news, if you read onto it, kids were getting stuck in those things, and it's
Peloton.
Yeah, the Peloton. I'm like, fucking how? And kids died, and then yeah. Wow. Right, Peloton got bodies.
You say it like that. You said it like a sample from a rap song.
When you get
Peloton got bodies.
Now the Peloton comes with like teardrops.
Yeah, right.
The more teardrops, the better the Peloton. More features.
Hey, you don't know what environment that Peloton grew up in, bro. You can't just be judging that Peloton like it's whatever, dog. That's fucked up.
Oh man.
Oh god. This has been a very stupid episode.
Yeah.
A very stupid and very heavy episode.
Yeah, man.
It's been a great time. Is there
Definitely.
anything you want to say before we sign off?
No. Well, just expect more content, more bits, more sketches. We're trying to work with that stuff now. Again, thank you to the new subscribers that we got on Spotify, YouTube, and the brand is getting stronger. So, any shows coming up?
Yeah. So, like I said, I got my show every single Sunday at Solas in the East Village on 9th Street. So please come to that.
Right.
If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Phil Risdon, PhilRizdon. You can follow us, the podcast, at False Prophets Pod, and you can follow my personal comedy event company, Grove Street Comedy, at Grove Street Comedy on Instagram as well. So please look at all those things. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, all that stuff. Please continue to do it. Every single week, every single episode that we put out, we do better than the one before, and we want to keep that trend going. So please show us some fucking love.
Yeah, man. Throw some comments, man. We want to discuss with you guys just to see how what y'all thought about the episode and stuff. So it'll be dope. But you guys can follow me on Instagram, Manny Perez BK. On Twitter is YA_BOY_ Manny. Your boy Manny on Twitter. And me and Phil, we're about to go hunting for Ezra Miller. So that being said, this is the False Prophets Podcast. Peace, motherfuckers.
Peace out.